Good morning and welcome back to Antigua Barbuda today. On the line, I have with me Joanne Hillhouse, and we'll be talking about Wadadli Pen. Good morning, Joanne.
Good morning.
And how are you doing this morning? Happy International Women's Day.
Same to you.
Thank you. So I'm going to jump right into it. Can you tell us a bit about Wadadli Pen? What exactly is it?
Wadadli Pen is the Wadadli Youth Pen Prize, which was started in 2004 to nurture and showcase literary arts in Antigua and Barbuda. Each year in the first quarter of the year, we run a literary challenge, a literary and visual arts challenge to encourage new writing. And this year, we're encouraging especially reflection on 2020, because I think you will agree 2020 has been a year unlike any other.
Oh, sounds good. So what are some of the themes that you work with throughout the years?
Well, we generally try to focus on the creative process itself.
Okay.
So we encourage people to write on anything at all they feel like writing about. But we also sometimes offer added incentives by having specific sub-themes within the larger scope of the program. And so this year, the sub-theme is 2020, reflecting on 2020 creatively through poetry, through fiction, through creative nonfiction. But you don't have to write on 2020, you can write on anything.
Okay.
But 2020, I think because a lot of us have it on our mind and trying to process what we're going through, I think we thought it was a good idea to encourage that kind of reflection.
Awesome. I think also that it is a good idea because persons, they've been through so much in 2020 that they probably never experienced in their entire life, working remotely, children learning remotely. So it may just be an inspiration, as you've mentioned. Can you tell us how persons can sign up for this or submit a registration form?
Yeah, all of the information is available on the Wadadli Pen website. That's wadadlipen.wordpress.com, or just Google Wadadli Pen. There's a tab on there that says Wadadli Pen 2021 that has all of the information, has the submission form. You do need the submission form, and has all the guidelines, eligibility, and how to submit.
Great. So I know you mentioned that the mandate is to nurture, and when we think of nurturing, we tend to focus on children. Is there an age range for the submission or for persons who can enter this challenge?
Typically there is, but I think this year has been rough on all of us, so we're opening it up to any age group, 99 to 9. Whatever age you are, you have something that you want to get off your mind. You mentioned this remote learning and all of that, but I think more significant than all of that is the mental stress of this past year that we really have not processed. There's been so much uncertainty from day to day, whether it's about our health or about our work or about just what direction the world is going in. There's been so much uncertainty, and I think, for me at least, writing has been the way that I process life. And I know people process it in different ways, but for those who process through expression of writing or drawing, because we have a combo drawing and writing possibility as well within the competition, we want to give you the outlet to express it whatever age you are. So there is no age distinction this year. However, we've just had a patron come on board who wants to offer a special prize to the 12 and younger age group. So within the scope of the competition, we will also select someone 12 and younger to receive that prize. And I should mention that that person is Cedric Holder, who is a longtime patron of Wadadli Pen, who lost his son in January, first sort of track fatality of the year. And his son is actually a former Wadadli Pen finalist, time Wadadli Pen finalist in the 12 and younger age category, Cedric Holder. And so the prize will be his name, and it will go to someone in that age group.
Sounds good. So you mentioned 0 to 99. So once you can write, you're supposed to be submitting. It sounds like you're going to get a lot of entries with such a wide sparse, a wide open playing field for persons. Is there a committee? Is there a committee that works with you to make this all happen?
Yes. Before I mention the committee, I just want to quickly shout out the patrons that we have on board so far this year. Some of them are familiar to us, some of them are new. Best of Book, Daryl George and Willis Adams, both were former finalists. Harper Collins, some of the Harper Collins gifts already here. for instance, my new book, The Jungle Outside, and other children's books, Sea Turtles. This one about writing, and this one by another local author, Barbara Arundel, Turtle Beach. So these are some of the things, some of the books that Collins UK has already contributed to the prize. Moon Dancer Books, that's a local imprint. They're also supporting the award. Olive Senior, she's a well-known Jamaican author. She's making a contribution. Patricia Tully, Diana McCauley, also a Jamaican author, award-winning Jamaican author in People Tree Press. So we have a number of patrons who've already come on board. We're encouraging other people to reach out if they want to support what we do. wadadlipen@gmail.com. The team is Barbara Arundel, myself. I founded and coordinate the whole thing, but I realized a few years ago I needed support to make it happen in a sustainable way. And so I have a team that includes Barbara Arundel, Flory Williams-White, Vanessa, Deborah Thomas, and Margaret Irish. Deborah and Margaret are actually former finalists, former winners of Wadadli Pen as well. So between Deborah and Margaret and Willis and Dara, we see people who've been a part of the program as participants now coming back and sort of paying it forward, giving back to the Wadadli Pen.
And you know, I'm particularly delighted that you mentioned that your team consists of all women, because today we're celebrating women on International Women's Day. So I did note that.
That was not intentional. That was not intentional.
I realized.
And the team will grow, and we'll add, you know, because we've had men volunteer over the years, so it's not just a woman thing. I want to encourage that, because we do tend to have more girls and women submitting to Wadadli Pen than boys and men, and we want to encourage the boys and men to get it out as well, to write, to get your thoughts out on paper, and to participate.
Definitely. So while we're encouraging the men and boys to participate, we're just going to celebrate the women today. Just before we go, tell us about
always.
Tell us about hashtag Read Antigua Barbuda just before we wrap up.
Okay, so as you mentioned, it's nurturing and showcasing. So the showcasing part is we kind of gathered all of the books that have been published by Antiguan and Barbudan writers in the past couple of years, and we're encouraging readers to vote for their favorite. Go to the Wadadli Pen website, vote for your favorite, and we will select you will select the most popular Antiguan and Barbudan book of the past couple of years. And what we do with that is that the winning author doesn't get the prize. The winning author gets to select a local school, which will then receive a prize in their name.
Sounds good. So thank you again so much, Joanne Hillhouse, and kudos to you and your team for the amazing work you've been doing over the years. As you mentioned, you started in 2004, and now we're in 2021. So great job.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and thanks for having me. And please write, submit, vote, do all of the good things that we can do to push this forward, to nurture and showcase the literary arts in Antigua and Barbuda. Wadadli Pen.
Sounds good, and I definitely will be entering, and I'll encourage all my co-workers, my friends to do so as well.
Cool.
All right, so I'm seeing a table filled of drinks. I know that we have a chef interview that we've recorded with Melissa as well. So many things going on here on International Women's Day, and I'm so excited because, you know, I'm not going to tell you what Steve told me, but I'm happy to have one of those drinks on the table. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.